Greetings, viewer. Whoa. Take two. Greetings, viewers. Well, today we cut. Take three. Greetings, viewers. Okay, there we go. All right, today we've got something incredibly special. The Vyper Shop Chair. This is probably the most expensive shop chair there is. Most people are familiar with what this is, and in this video we're gonna see, is this really worth it? This is a little bit unusual for me because I am definitely not the kind of guy that spends my hard-earned money on a lot of extravagant, gaudy, unnecessary items. Usually. So what makes this an almost $500 shop chair here? And this isn't even the most expensive option. There's another option that's $100 more that basically has a little bit wider base, an inch bigger casters, and most notably it would have a pneumatic adjustment for the height adjustment on the chair. This one has mechanical adjustment with a pin that you remove and set the height and lock the pin in. Which seems kind of ridiculous on a $500 chair. There are definitely some things about this, but is it the best shop chair that I've ever used? Yeah, hands down, by far. Now, before we get into this, many of you guys are wondering, hey, didn't you just do a review on a Billet Tools shop chair that you absolutely loved? Yes, I did, and I still love the Billet Tools, but let me show you the main difference with the Billet Tools and the Vyper here. Okay, this Billet Tools here is absolutely awesome. This is such a great product, and I definitely don't want to belittle the Billet Tools compared with the Vyper. My main issue with the Billet Tools that I had brought up in the review turned out to be a little bit of a bigger deal than I expected, and that is, if you notice, the Billet Tools at its lowest setting is just a bit over 19 inches tall. And the problem is that it's just not a very good working height for most things, like if you're doing suspension and brakes and things like that on a car, detailing, stuff like that. So this car is jacked up to pretty much what most people would have as a do-it-yourselfer with car on jack stands. And as you can see, as awesome and stable and strong as this Billet Tools is, with the small back support but still effective, the problem is you're going to be spending a lot of time leaning forward, which is not very good for your back. I'm very sensitive to that. I've actually broken my back about 20 years ago and do have constant back pain. I've had 3 back surgeries, so I'm very sensitive to this thing. And if I'm going to be leaning forward while working all the time, which turned out to be the case, I'm going to have a pretty painful evening as my back gets pretty sore. I want to be sitting up straight. The Billet Tools is just too tall. Now, if you wanted the Vyper stool, you can see, can get about a foot off the ground. Now, this is a terrible idea though, because you really want your thighs to be parallel to the ground. And if you're going to sit like this with your knees up at your chest, you're putting a lot of strain on your lumbar vertebrae there, and this is not a good position to be in. But if you're really short or you just want to do this for whatever reason, it certainly puts you at a better working height, as you can see. Now, with my quick jacks with the car at the full lifting position, you can see that the Billet Tools stool much better, but still not at the optimal height. And if you're working for long periods of time like this, the Billet Tools, it's just too tall. Now, this is the height that I like to be at. You can see it is quite a bit lower than the Billet Tools, but puts me in a very comfortable position. I will tell you right off, the first thing you notice, the padding on the seat is incredibly soft and comfortable. The full back support is really nice, but as you can see, this puts me at a much better working level here to be able to still keep my back straight, my legs parallel. This is a really important factor. Now, it goes without saying, is that a $500 important factor? Actually, it is. If you've got back problems, you have to have a stool. If you're going to be sitting in a stool for hours a day, you have to have one that promotes good back hygiene. Now, the other thing about this too, it's incredibly stable and rolly, I guess you could say. The casters feel like you're on ice. As a matter of fact, they're almost a little bit too smooth. Just give a little push and you can see it keeps on going like it's on ice. It's pretty amazing. Now, there are 2 locking casters that you can apply, and you actually may find it easier to lock one of the casters to get a little bit more resistance on it. The full height adjustment of the stool is about there, and that is approximately 21.5 inches off the ground. All right, at the full height setting, it's pretty comfortable and not a bad working height. For the quick jacks though, for most people, this is going to be way too high at this setting, and that's only a couple inches more than the Bilitools at the lowest setting, by the way. But if I'm going to work on the brakes on this car, you see that it does put me too high up, that I will have to lean forward the whole time instead of being able to keep my back straight. So I like it at my setting. All right, look at that, much better. Now, it might seem that the mechanical height adjustment would be a massive drawback with this, especially for the cost. For me, it's absolutely an irrelevant non-issue because I've used shop stools for years and I set it at the height that I like and I never change it. I never adjust between heights, honestly. So this is absolutely a non-factor. Now, if you adjust the height on your shop stool frequently, yes, this would be a really inconvenient drawback, especially for this kind of price. So you might want to consider an option with the pneumatic adjustment for the height, including the Vyper option that has pneumatic adjustment, by the way. Now, from what I've seen, most everybody that's ever had a Vyper shop stool says this is the last shop stool they'll ever buy. Probably because they're broke, but also because it really is phenomenally durable. It's almost comical, in fact, how it goes overboard with these huge bolts that would suffice for a car's suspension. The 5 caster wheels that give this thing incredible stability. If you've got one of those $40 shop tools and you find that it tips over if you lean over too far, or if you catch the slightest bump in the driveway or whatever, this will not tip over on you. This is incredibly stable. So if a normal shop stool that you use is like a Toyota Corolla, the Vyper shop stool is more like a Hummer H3 because it's built like a tank, but it has a lot of the comfort features. One thing I can tell you is I've tested this chair out for hours as I've been detailing my car this weekend. And when you get used to the Vyper chair and then I sit in the Billet Tools chair, it absolutely felt like I was sitting on a brick. You really don't notice just how awesome this is until you experience it. The best way that I can describe the Vyper shop chair is kind of like with snap-on tools. If you have a snap-on ratchet, by the way, which I am not a snap-on guy by any means, but I have a couple of snap-on things, including a snap-on ratchet that I use frequently. Is it the best ratchet that I own and the best performing, most durable? Yeah, it is actually, by far. But would I load up my entire garage with snap-on tools? Absolutely not. I wouldn't, at least, because I have the tools that apply as they're needed for my applications, and the snap-on has its position there. I fully realize a lot of what I'm paying for with a snap-on tool is that name brand recognition. It's very much the same with the Vyper shop chair. Is it the best shop chair I have ever owned? Yeah, by far. But I also recognize a lot of the cost is for that brand recognition of it being a Vyper. It seems to me other companies could do this for a lot cheaper, by the way. One thing, for example, the last tool review I did on a tool I absolutely love, the Traxion topside creeper. This thing is built like a tank also, and it's amazing quality. And one of the most useful tools that I've come to own now in the garage. And that thing is half the price of this shop stool, right? So it just seems like other companies could do better. That I've seen so far, they haven't. All right, we're gonna close out with a little demonstration here because one of the things that I really like about this particular Vyper shop stool is it rolls so smooth, even on my race deck flooring with the kind of corrugated surface. It's called the free flow. And on any other shop stool or a creeper or something, it's kind of hard to move on it. This is just as simple as can be. And if I grab my polisher here, one of the things that I really like is how it just naturally and fluidly, effortlessly moves. And it almost moves along in response to my movements with the polisher here. It's so incredibly smooth and it's super comfortable. The other thing that you can do that I really like with this model, because of the full-size back support, I kind of discovered that I can actually use that to lean on just a little bit if I do have to lean forward for some work. And this actually provides support so that you're not using your back. And this is actually incredibly comfortable and easy on your back if you need to lean forward into things. All right, man, I've never had so much comfort, not even close, detailing my car, which automotive detailing, if you're doing like I am, a 3-step polishing job, we're talking like 6 hours to do something like this, and my back would be killing me at the end of the day. And I can tell you, using the Vyper shop chair, I absolutely do not have that phenomenon. So let's get to a verdict. So do you need a $500 or maybe even a $600 shop chair? The answer is almost guaranteed not. Almost guaranteed. If you want to get something higher end, I got to tell you, I really like that Billet Tools. It's just, for me, I find it too tall and it's just not practical for me. That doesn't mean you have to buy a Vyper, but it is really nice, but you probably don't need it. Now, I will say, if you are a professional automotive detailer, you should probably buy one. You really should. Not just because it's going to make life so much easier, but basically, to sum it up the best way I can think, I had a viewer comment. This was a younger guy, and he commented that a lot of the tools I show on the channel that are about supporting your back and good back hygiene are not really for the older guys with bad backs that can barely work anymore. They're actually for the younger guys that don't want to be the older guys with bad backs that can't really work anymore. He is exactly right. Being smart about lifting heavy tires, sitting in a proper shop stool with good ergonomics, leaning over an engine bay all day, things like that. Over years, when you're young and strong, you're going to find that that's not going to last, and it takes one injury and it could end your career. So tools like this not only are for people like me, but also for people who don't want to be like people like me and live with back pain and things like that. But in either case, if you already have back problems or you don't want them, this definitely would help. For your average do-it-yourselfer, weekend warrior and everything, this would be such far overkill and absolutely unnecessary. Some people like the best of everything. If you do, well, this is it right here. So good luck with your decision if you're in the market for a shop chair. I hope this really helped. Thanks for watching.